YouTube, what's going on? This your boy GoInJay. Look, we back again today with another video. Yes. Hey, look, like, comment, and subscribe. You digging that content? You feel me? Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop these bangers. And if you wanna find my music, link in the description. You wanna find my Instagram, GoINJAY_. Alright, so let's go and get into the video. How Memo600 and OTF had the deadliest fallout. So apparently we finna see how he got kicked out, you feel me? It's crazy. I ain't never know why he got kicked out. I always wanted to know, you feel me? But I really don't be trying to be in too much of business and stuff like that. But let's see what happened, man. Let's see why they doing what they doing.
An artist that no one wants anything to do with. A tale of how friends became ops. What you're about to see is the reason behind the deadly falling out of Memo600 and OTF. The story of Memo600 and OTF began on the streets of Chicago, specifically the south side of the Windy City. And before becoming a member of OTF, Memo was a member of the 600 gang, a set which belonged to the 60th Street and South King Drive. This is the trenches of Chicago. This is a gang started by D-Thang and his best friend, Lil Boo, and is made up of Black Disciples and Gangster Disciples members. Other early members of the group include L.A. Capone, Rondo No. 9, Tay 600, E-Day, C-Day, Inky D, Breezy, and Booker.
I'm talking about, hey look, I hate to pause it, but I'm talking about this right here. And if my mic doing this echo stuff, I don't know what's going on with it. I'm gonna fix that. But back to, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Bruh, this right here was when Chicago had the world tuned in so crazy, bruh. I'm talking about all these names right here from both sides, you know. Bruh, they had the world going crazy.
Some of these gang members started focusing on something different in the latter parts of 2010. This was the time when Chicago drill scene was on the rise. Chief Keef had already taken the industry by storm, and an Inglewood rapper already had a foot in the door. Lil Durk and his brother OTF D-Thang began OTF in 2010. Durk and his brother belonged to the 300 Black Disciples set. This group had always been allied with the 600 gang. Some members of 600 include Rondo No. 9, L.A. Capone, and Tay 600 had begun rapping at this time. This made the 600 gang even more popular and gained new members. Memo600 and his younger brother joined the gang in early 2011, and it was during this period that Memo600 began rapping. However, while drill music shined a new light on Chicago, it was also a very dangerous time on the streets of Chirac. This was a period of gang wars that led to the death of many young, talented men. And in September of 2011, 600 suffered 2 losses that would change the group forever. D-Thang, the founder of 600, was shot on September 13th, and Lil Steve, who was just 15 years old when he was killed, on September 16th. Lil Steve's, or Stephen McGee, and just like many members of the 600 gang, he was also a member of the Black Disciples. Although he was just a teenager, Lil Steve was quite popular, and he was one of the most loved members of 600. He was 3 blocks away from home when he was shot in 2011. What's even more interesting about his death is that, according to police documents, while Lil Steve was walking, a man on a bike approached him and warned him that a couple of men were strapped and waiting for him in the alley, like a sort of premonition about his death, but he wasn't able to act on it. Almost immediately after he was warned, a 14-year-old popped out and fired multiple shots at him. One of the bullets also hit him.
Yo, they be doing us dirty with them ads, huh?
Discover Werther's original
I'm talking about they give
caramel
you 40
popcorn.
ads before they give you your video, man.
Try it today.
Ahead, Lil Steve was rushed to the hospital, but he was later pronounced dead later that day. The 600 gang renamed their Steve Drive to honor Lil Steve, but during this period, Memo600 wasn't a full-time rapper. He was still focused on the streets. Rapping was just a thing he did as a hobby, and he didn't realize his first official song until August of 2016. By this time, some 600 members such as L.A. Capone, Rondo No. 9, Just Blow 600, and Booker 600 were already working with OTF. The success of some of Memo's singles made him start to take rap seriously. That was when he became a full-time rapper. And in 2019, Durk's brother D-Thang signed Memo to OTF. When D-Thang signed Memo600 to OTF, it was seen as a wise business decision for both parties. Everyone felt Memo was the next rapper to blow from Chicago, and OTF was just the right platform for him to begin his career. And the success of the remix of the song Exposing Me was proof to everyone that Memo's career was on the right track. But all that changed in November 2020.
Rapper King Von has died at the age of 26 after being shot in Atlanta, Georgia. The Atlanta Police Department tells people that the rising rapper and 2 others died in a shooting
10 days after releasing his debut.
Oh man, I already got videos about this stuff, and y'all know how I feel about it, bro. It's crazy, dog. I even hate to see it, bro. Like, I'm thinking they were finna go a whole nother way with this, you feel me? They brought Von up into it. RP Von, man, long live Von.
Debut album, King Von was shot after getting into an altercation outside a nightclub in Atlanta. He was rushed to the hospital, but he died hours after he arrived. The death of King Von would have had a major impact on Memo600's career. Von was one of the few OTF members who got along well with Memo, and Von was perhaps one of the two reasons why Memo wasn't fully sidelined in the group earlier. He and Von were closer than he and Durk were. They had a chemistry that can't be denied. This was evident on the Exposing Me song that they did together. This is why Memo only ever speaks about King Von in glowing terms.
How was King Von off the camera? You know, because the camera got him. You know, it's
same way on camera.
Same way on camera.
Same way on camera. Same way on camera. No difference. He wouldn't even know the camera was rolling.
Right.
But it'd be a whole movie, a whole video shoot. He wouldn't even know that'd be him.
He did have fun moments. The internet kind of always seemed to pick up his aggressive. He did have fun.
That's because that's what they looking at. That's how he came out as. But they don't know the other side. And I'm like, you know, cool.
The loss of King Von put a ticking time bomb on OTF and Memo's relationship, but it was the shooting of D-Thing that tipped the scales. Just like Von, D-Thing was shot outside a nightclub. He was hit in the head and died right on the spot. Remember, it was D-Thing who signed Memo to OTF. Unfortunately for Memo, his other label boss was never a big fan of his. Durk was never really sold on Memo. Compared to his label mates King Von and Booker 600, Memo gotten very little promotion from his label. Von and Booker both have songs with Durk, but Memo doesn't. The only time Memo had been on the same song with Durk was an OTF song that had all other members on it. And Memo himself confirmed that he felt OTF didn't push him enough in an interview.
I think you taking this shit serious. I think, me personally, I think you big, but I do think you should be way
I'm underrated. I wasn't pushed enough.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
You think that's what it was? Just to have that right foot?
I know that's what it was.
So a label, you would sign a deal though?
What y'all think about that? Y'all feel like he was pushed enough as an artist through OTF? I ain't gonna cap, I feel like he wasn't pushed hard enough either. But, you know, that probably could go ahead and start the reasons why they started having fall outs for real. Cause like everybody else blowing up around the scale, and he probably felt like, wow, I'm not blowing up around the scale. Things happen.
Label came to you.
Album deal.
However, after the unfortunate incident that led to D-Thang's death, it was just a matter of time before their rocky relationship came to an end. After the death of D-Thang, Memo's relationship with OTF was truly hanging by a thread. He wasn't being promoted by the label and his career was just stuck. This brought about the talk about whether Memo was better off as an independent artist. This is because Memo was doing quite well for himself before he was signed. Ever since signing with the label, his career made little to no progress, and it felt like as long as Durk was in charge of OTF, Memo was never going to blow under the label. But the situation got even worse when Memo's OTF chain went missing, especially because one of the ops, TTB Nez, was seen flaunting the chain on an Instagram video. And well, it wasn't going to end well for whoever owned the chain.
Who don't got their fucking piece? The piece is missing. It's a fucking piece missing. And we did not go to Shan. It's a piece missing. It's a fucking piece missing. We want to know what's going on. Adam, dot him in this bitch. Somebody do not got their juice.
TTB Nez is a rapper who had beef with various members of 600, such as Breezy, LA Capone, and Tay 600. He had even mocked the death of several of their members. So when he was seen with their chain, it was pretty embarrassing for the OTF crew. This is because jewelry has become quite significant in the rap game, and almost every modern rapper has a custom-made chain, and OTF is no different. The OTF chain is like a badge of honor for every member. For the 600 members that joined OTF, they all got a chain that was specifically made for them. Rather than just another OTF piece, the chain also paid homage to 600 because it also said 600 Boy Forever. Memo claims that his chain was stolen, and some reports state that Memo's cousin might have played a role in his chain. And Memo more or less confirmed the speculation when he said, So when he was seen with her chain, it was pretty embarrassing
man,
for
it's
the
all at
OTF
the
crew.
bottom.
This is because jewelry has become quite significant in the rap.
man.
More or less confirmed that claims that his chain was stolen.
That's
Some
crazy.
reports state that Memo's cousin might have played a role in him losing his chain. And Memo more or less confirmed the speculation when he said, "It's one thing getting caught lacking, but for a motherfucker to set you up is some pure snake shit. Especially a motherfucker with you same bloodline. Dudes do anything for clout and show you they only love you when it's beneficial. Getting your chain snatched is one of the worst things that could ever happen to a rapper, especially a gangster rapper that raps about that life. It's a clear sign of disrespect, not only for the rapper, but also for his group. And that's why Durk was supposedly pissed about this situation. He made his opinion clear from his lyrics on French Montana's song Stick in the Jungle. Durk rapped, "You said they stole your chain, you lied, they took it." But that wouldn't be the only time that Memo would have his chain taken from him. When Memo had his chain snatched for the second time, it wasn't by TTB Nez or another one of his ops. This time his chain was taken by someone from OTF, THF Zoo.
Tell Memo600, bring his bitch ass in here so I can holler at him. Oh, that's what he mad about? Yeah, that was for you, Memo. You know what's going on. You ran, nigga.
THF Zoo is one of the most feared members of the OTF group. He's gone to jail for various types of charges. He's well respected on the streets of Chirac, and you can say that he does live up to the THF in his name, which means Trigger Happy Family. Now, no one is sure why or how THF Zoo took Memo's chain, but there's a rumor flying around that Durk might have something to do with it. Several sources state that this might be because Lil Durk.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the biggest discounts online when you shop at major retailers like Amazon.
Because had enough of Memo's online antics.
I'm talking about they supposed to be from, you know, the same side type stuff. What he got so much hate for him for?
One of
like,
which was his beef with DaBaby. After Baby and NBA Youngboy released their collaborative mixtape Better Than You on the same day as Vaughn's posthumous album, Memo600 had something to say about it. He tweeted, "Can't blame DaBaby. He thought that man was gonna save his career." We all know DaBaby isn't the type to be dissed and say nothing about it. He replied by going at the entire OTF crew. He claimed that Durk wanted no smoke and was waving the white flag in his DM. After which he pretty much insinuated that Durk can't control his boys. This was a pretty embarrassing.
Go back and read that. Y'all towel boy funny is y'all on the internet trying to sub while y'all big dog my damn waving the white flag. He said y'all niggas not on the same page. Check this out. It ain't a gang city. Neighborhood words carry what to make back Pikachu get money with. I ain't one. He said, "Why your big dog in my DM waving the white flag?" See, that's deep. You feel me? He put
no
Durk out there
and
bad.
waving the white
He put
flag
Durk out there
in the
bad
end,
now.
after which he pretty much insinuated
That's
that
crazy.
Durk can't control his boys. This was a pretty embarrassing scenario for OTF, and Durk
Right,
allegedly
bro.
decided to do something about it. Word on the street is that Durk called Memo and told him they had to settle their issues with a fight because he's being embarrassed in OTF. Although Memo was initially reluctant to show up, he eventually went for the bout with his homies. The situation escalated to a point in which guns were being pulled. Memo's homies were allegedly beaten while he found a way to escape, but not without losing his chain. Memo put a tweet denying that they took his chain from him, but another 600 member, Shark and Land, also claimed that Memo had his chain taken from him. After this incident, Memo since come out to confirm that he is no longer part of OTF. Ever since then, Memo almost signed with WHY 100. However, WHY revealed on Clubhouse that one of the reasons he didn't sign Memo was because Chief Keef told him not to. And when Memo heard about this, he didn't hold back on Sosa. Many fans are surprised that Memo600 did try to sign with WHY 100 because of WHY's relationship with 6ix9ine. And we all know about how 6ix9ine has continuously trolled Lil Durk and mocking King Von's death. So do you think Memo600 is responsible for his fallout with OTF? Or could Lil Durk have handled the situation a little better? Share your thoughts with me in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Golly, dog. They put that boy on the. Let me just put it right here. That's crazy, boy. They doing that man dirty, like they really bullying him or something. That's how I'm getting it. You feel me? And I ain't saying he ain't he ain't about that, or you know how it go. But the way that they treating the situation is like they trying to bully that man's career out of the way. You feel me? Everybody want to get some money. Everybody know that. That's crazy though. And a lot of this stuff I ain't know. It was a couple things in there I already seen, you know, from being on social media, but yo, that's crazy. Cause I never knew. That's crazy. But yeah, man, like I was saying, my audio doing that double voice stuff or echoing, whatever it's doing, I'm gonna fix that. I don't know what's going on, but I can't let that stop my grind. We'll keep pushing out these videos, and with that being said, this is the end of the video. On WHY Memo600 and OTF is no longer in a partnership. But yeah, man, like, comment, and subscribe. You digging the content, y'all already, I can't even talk, we ain't cutting out of that. Y'all already know what's going on. It's your boy GoInJay. And share this with the folks that you love, the ones you hate. Don't matter, send them my way. Until then, catch me.